guys, and welcome to our live craft. I'm so excited to be hanging out with you guys today. You're going to be crafting with me and Tmika. I can't wait for you guys to meet her. Let us know where you are tuning in from. As always, we love to see where you are watching. You are tuning in from my craft room here in Alabama. We have some people from Canada, which is, I hear it's really cold up there. Hello from Texas. Hello, it's so nice to have you. So excited to be here with you guys today. Oh my goodness, you guys are from everywhere. I'm seeing in the comments. Hello. So be sure, if you haven't yet, to give StreamYard permission so you can be entered into the giveaway at the end of the live. We're going to be giving away something amazing that I'll be using today. Hello, lots of people from Texas. Hello from Germany. And then you want to make sure to stay at the end of the live when we are doing that giveaway. Hello from Germany, Northern Ireland. You guys are from everywhere. So Creative Fabrica loves to celebrate the month of love, and they're celebrating big right now in the promotion of the 28 Days of Love. You still have chance to take part in this amazing promotion. You get a free font and free SVGs, free giveaways, everything once a day. Just be sure to log into creativefabrica.com and make sure, if you have any questions, almost everything we're going to be covering, it will be in the description. And also be sure to subscribe to their newsletter so you can always be in the know of what's going on, and that is in the description as well. So I'm so excited to craft with Tmika today. I'm going to go ahead and bring her into our craft zone so we can meet Miss Tmika.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So where are you crafting from today, Tmika?
Cold Minnesota. We had a snowstorm yesterday.
You know, I hear that. And we have flowers blooming here in Alabama. It is hot. We are short sleeve weather. In the craft room, it's always a sweatshirt. But I cannot believe how different the weather is for everybody right now.
For sure. It's 3 degrees today.
3. It's
yes. I dropped my daughter off to school this morning and it read 3. And the sun came out a little bit, but I don't think it's much warmer than that. But so the snow is pretty.
Oh, it's very pretty. So tell me about Miss Tmika. What is something that we want to learn about you?
Well, I am me. I'm an avid paper crafter. However, I do dabble in a lot of other crafts. Like I wouldn't say recently, 2 years, got into woodworking. And oh my gosh, I love it. Got into snowing. Snowing. No, not into snowing. I got into sewing almost around that time as well. But I absolutely love 3D projects. That is like my thing. 3D projects and mini albums. Those are my favorite things to create. And I've been crafting for a long time. I want to say 15 years old I started. Of course, paper crafting is not what it was then. Then it was just put your photo in a photo album and cut out like construction paper around it. But it's definitely gotten a little bit more advanced than that.
We've come a long way, for sure.
Yes, we have.
So Tmika is are you working with paper today?
Yes, paper today. Unless you want me to pull out my chop saw, I definitely
I'll be a little loud for the live.
Okay, maybe next time.
All right. Well, I'm so excited. And if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and let's craft. Okay, Miss Tmika, I'm giving you the floor. You show us what you were working with, and we're so excited to see.
Okay, now let's get the show on the road here. I'm going to flip my camera and hope all goes well with it.
Yeah, and you guys be fill the chat up. So if you have any questions for Tmika as we are going along with this live, we would love to see what you guys have questions, or if you see something that you love, just drop those in the comments and we will bring some of those comments up as we are crafting. Miss Patty says,
I'm sorry, go ahead. I missed.
Miss Patty loves woodworking as well.
Oh, well, good job, Miss Patty. If you live by me, definitely come on over. I have accumulated quite the wood crafting shop.
I bet.
Okay, so I'm going to clean off my mess because What Crafter is super neat. Certainly not I. So what I'm doing today is I'm working on the Hello Spring. Make sure all my space is cleared out so you guys can see. I'm working on the Hello Spring SVG file. Now, what I wanted to share with you guys, because I do work with wood, I can use the laser cut files that they have on Creative Fabrica, and I'm an avid SVG filer. Like, I would SVG everything if I could. So, or prints or anything that's readily accessible. So one thing I wanted to say as an option of the cut file, you can use wood. Now the base is constructed out of cardstock. You can use the laser cut files for SVG and for paper. Sometimes you may have to alter little things the way you put it together, but it's perfectly fine to use them on paper if it has an SVG file for your cutting machine. But so which is not a lot of people are aware that a lot of people turn around laser cut files because they think, oh, darn it, I don't have a laser machine. But yep, if it has an SVG file, you can definitely use it on your cutting machine. And I use Silhouette products. So I use the Portrait and the Cameo 4. But what I wanted to say was you can, I use a wreath for my house all year round because it just helps the Amazon person to deliver my stuff
That's right.
where it needs to be delivered. So on my Amazon account is the door with the wreath. And so I always have an in-season wreath up there. So what I'm doing is a spring wreath. And because we live in weather where it fluctuates often, I am going to back mine up with some wood. You can use chipboard or you can layer the cardstock several times, which is something I've done before if I'm having my wreath on the inside.
Oh, yeah.
An option for that, I'm sorry, I'm just running on.
Interrupt
me
you're
whenever
perfect.
you need to. Okay. An option for that is if you live by a Dollar Tree or Dollar General or Family Dollar that sells these little things, grab them because you can use this for the base of your wreath. It's a nice wood. I was doing some testing on different types of products that you can use on this wood. So I have some walnut stain. This is Distress Ink walnut stain, vintage photo. I did some tea dye. I even did some spray inks, just color. And this is from Lindy Stab Gang. It colors beautifully. And this is just showing you all the different areas. If you just wanted to have a more natural wood, wood background.
Yeah.
But otherwise, most of the time when you find these items at the Dollar Tree, they'll have something on it because it's pertaining to a different type of season. But again, another tip, don't look at it and say, oh, that's Easter, has a bunny or it has a gnome on it. Grab your heat tool because 99% of the time, this is just hot glue. So it took me 5 minutes to take off all of these little pebbles and the flour.
I did not know that. So they're removable.
Yep. So here are all the pegs from the one that I have already out.
Yeah.
Yep. They're all removable just with hot glue. So you just grab your heat tool, heat it around the edges, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I think the Dollar Tree is such a good place to find these amazing craft blanks.
Oh, for sure. And grab yourself a little palette knife because it can get hot. I'm just using my tool here, and I just literally popped it off. So I just wanted to share that tip with you. A lot of people, look at some of these and think they can't use it, but I see something different.
Yeah, I had no idea. That's so neat. That's such a good tip.
Yes, well, thank you. So I've already gone ahead. I just dropped my eye in my letter, but good thing I know where it fell because we might be missing an eye. So I did mine. Another tip is the back of mine is covered. I just covered it in white cardstock, which is what I'm going to do to the front because I don't want this banging against the back of my door. So you can just take a little bit of sandpaper, and if you want both sides to be super flat, which I did, and I just took a little bit of this sandpaper. Again, this came from the Dollar Tree, and I sanded it down and lay my paper on the
Yeah.
back. This won't be shown, so I just have that on the back.
Yeah, Miss Tracy says now she doesn't have to pick through what she doesn't like at the Dollar Tree, that now that she knows that she can remove those parts.
Oh, yes. Oh, well, good. Yes. Now, don't blame me now, Miss Tracy, if you get to spinning wildly. But yeah, I definitely grab the shapes that I love. I first look at the shape. Do I like the shape? Yeah. And then if it's wood, I can take all of those things right on off.
So is this
So
glue that you're working with now?
this is, yes, this is Barely Arts wet glue.
Okay.
I just have it
How
in a,
cute.
yep, I just have it. Isn't this a cute
Yes,
little bear?
that's such cute packaging. I
I
love it.
know, but I can't stick my, my paintbrush in there because it might get all gunked up. So I just put them in these teeny tiny little bottles,
Yeah.
and there's a few places that you can get these from. I get these from either Amazon or Tmika. You
Yeah.
can find them fairly cheap there.
Hi, Miss Deborah. We're so happy that you were able to catch a live with us.
Yes, congratulations. That's awesome. So I'm just going to use some cardstock warehouse cardstock. That is the cardstock that I mainly use. And this one is called Royal Tone Regal White. And I love it because I don't know if you can see, it has texture on it. But it's really, really nice. So I'm just going to flip it backwards. And this particular frame literally barely fits on it. But
Perfect.
I wanted to do something smaller in case everyone, not everyone has a larger cutting machine. So I wanted to do everything, and I sized the file down so that it could be cut on the 8.5 or A4 piece of A4 mat.
And one question is, where can you find the cute little bear glue?
Oh, Barely Arts is the name of it. If you go to just their website, Bearly Art.
Oh,
Definitely, I prefer this wet glue over any wet glue because it has a formula in it that does not coagulate in our weather. I used to get wet glue from another company religiously and would always wonder why my glue would clump up in the winter months because the formula isn't made to last during the frigid weather. So once I found Barely Art, I started buying it by the big bottles because regardless of the season, it works. It flows fluently.
perfect. Miss Barbara,
So all I did,
glue ever.
yes, definitely. So it works definitely for me. Once you get done cutting out this circle, a tip that I like to do, so like let's just say the file, like for this, I wanted it to be I have some circles that are going to go in here, and I wanted that to be cut out as large as possible. So I had to cut out this on top. Just take a little bit of sandpaper and sand down your edges so that it looks as if it was cut out by a electronic cutting machine.
Neat. You have such good tips. I'm learning so much.
And make sure you go in a downward. So if you go in the back, like I said, I'm not too worried about the back. I just kind of evened it out, but just make sure you go down, and I always go clockwise. Just smooth it down, and then it just comes out perfectly each and every time.
Yes, amazing.
So you can't even tell that I cut that with my scissors. So that's that. And then, like I said, all of my paper that I'm using today is coming from Cardstock Warehouse. So I'm using their Mirror Gold here.
Ooh,
It's so gorgeous. It's so pretty. And I love a little pizzazz. So I cut out 2 circles in with the silhouette. So all I did was take the original file and offset it, or set a offset internally, and then put them together, like welded them together, and then they made these little circles. That's kind of something that you would need to see on a on a computer screen because it's hard to explain.
Right, but you do use your silhouette to cut the circles.
Yeah, I did. It's so easy, and you just do an offset and then make a compound path together, and then they make these cute little circles. Now I'm pretty sure Creative Fabrica has a file of circles that I could have just
For
cut
sure.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Christina says, what do you have to do to be in the giveaway? So you guys, all you have to do is just watch until the end of the live, and then I will give you instructions on how to enter that giveaway.
That's easy
Ooh,
enough.
oh yeah, easy enough. That gold is absolutely beautiful.
Look how cute that, I mean, I absolutely love this. The mirror gold. Sometimes a project does call for a more muted gold. But this one, you have to stand it out.
Yeah.
Especially since I'm not experiencing spring. I wanted all the colors in my project.
You can experience spring in the craft room.
Yes, yes, by any means necessary. We're gonna have a springtime.
Yes. Love that.
So I am just finishing up. And what I also like to do when I'm trying to, it's basically another way to fill in some negative space
Yeah.
as well, is to just offset the circles a little bit or make them wonky. Yeah, so they can, I need a piece of paper to kind of, I don't want my gummy fingers to get on there. So I always get a little piece of paper to go over it, and then try not to get my sandpaper fingers on there.
Yeah, that's smart. So that's just a plain piece of paper to.
Yep. Cardstock, anything would work. I just have this post-it note handy, and I just went around it, and then that way it's paper to paper, and any glue that's on there won't smudge on the opposite
Yes.
end of the paper. So with that, we have the butterflies that are part of the file that
Ooh,
I
so cute.
absolutely love. And oh my gosh, I just have tons of the colors. So cute.
They're so cute.
Really, really cute.
I
So,
love your color scheme too. I love these colors that you chose.
oh gosh, this color is chartreuse. Now the butterflies come, I'm going to show you here how to put them together, but so when you're doing a laser cut file, like I said earlier, sometimes they come in you're like, okay, what is this? So this is how it would cut if it was in a laser cut, because they have to join together and kind of flip back on each other because they're wood. So I'm going to keep them like this. Now, if we were doing it where you could see the computer, I can put a square here and weld it together, and then it'll be one complete butterfly. But you can also do the same just by layering it just like that.
Perfect.
So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just going to grab my hot glue, which is my absolute favorite tool to use.
Yes.
Who doesn't love a hot glue gun?
Love a hot glue gun. I have about 50 because I misplace them. Then I'll buy a new one. Then I come home, find all my other ones.
Yep. And then you have to have different nozzle. I have just about as much as that. I honestly, like I said, it's my favorite tool. But you have to have the fine tip and the thick nozzle for the thicker glue sticks. And then you have to have one for your wax sticks, and then your wood sticks. Like it's a lot of, a lot of options.
Yeah.
So for this one, I just laid the butterfly on top of each other so that I can open it up, and it'll be a little bit smaller, kind of to make it layer on top layer. And then all I'm going to do is add some glue and pin that together.
Awesome. So you guys, Creative Fabrica is giving you this free 3D butterfly spring decor hanger SVG. You just have to look for it in the description box. So thank you to Creative Fabrica for giving us that free file.
Yes, this is amazing. And you can use these butterflies everywhere. I mean, you can make them bigger, make them smaller, hollow them out. I mean, it's a really, really pretty file. And I love the font of the Hello Spring that you'll see here in a second.
I like to see.
So I also used, I have a file that I also got from Creative Fabrica. I just pulled up a flower file, and usually the flower files, and I can get the name for you because I literally decided to do this at the last second, to add these little sprigs. But usually a flower file will have the little extra leaf pieces that they want to accentuate the flower that they're using. So I just took a random flower file. This one is called Lalia 20 paper flowers, and you get 20 flowers, but they have so many options for extras on here.
Yeah.
So I just grabbed one of those and I was looking exactly for this sprig, because does that not read spring?
Yes.
It reads spring. And I just cut it out 6 times. And I'm just going to add it to the top here. I just got to make sure I get my directions right.
Beautiful.
Thank you. This goes down. And I love layering, because this project is mostly about layering and having fun with colors, having fun with flowers. I mean, not flowers, butterflies. This over here.
Love.
My frame here.
I'm still blown away that you can take those wooden blanks and remove the elements. I'm still in shock about that.
Oh yes, girl. Because a lot of, before I got my laser cutting machine, I saw a lot of things. I'm like, I want that cube storage. Why can't I have the cube storage? Or I want this, you know. So, and I just went ahead and started playing around with it. And I'm like, as long as it has an SVG file, you're good to go.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm going to take my little glue eraser because I must have gotten a little bit of glue, but we can always hide that with the butterfly.
Yes. And people are loving those butterflies in the comments.
They are, thank you. They are so pretty. So I'm just going to, this is the color chartreuse. And then I made it again in the mirror gold.
Love
and
it.
My idea behind it is just to place them wonky. There is no rhyme or reason when you're having a spring butterfly situation happening.
Yeah.
I literally am just randomly placing, and this is candy pink, and we have lavender. This is amethyst. I'm gonna put this one, I'm gonna put that one here.
So somebody said in the comments they did not know that there's a glue eraser. Where can you find the glue eraser?
Oh gosh, this is I have 10 of them. You can get these from the Dollar Tree.
Really?
Yes, and they are 1 for 1. Well, now they're $1.25. But once you start to use them, I just take my scissors, cut off a smidge, and then it just refreshes, and then you're done. And it gets off all of the smudges. Like, see, it's like heaven sent.
That's amazing.
Definitely check your Dollar Tree, because not a lot of people, you know, they don't think, oh gosh, I have so many tools. They're scrapers and just the things that you can buy in the store. Sometimes you can get from there. You wouldn't think. Rotary cutters, all kinds of stuff. You're like, oh, well, I don't have to pay $6 for this. I can just pay $8. Awesome.
Yes.
All right. So the other thing that I'm going to do is just layer. I have to layer these all together. Which probably
says, can you adjust the size of the butterflies? I think that you definitely can.
Yes, and I did. I actually did. The file is a lot larger, because it's made for the laser, so they, you know, planned it to fit a nice size laser. But yeah. I always group everything when you're opening the file and you put it into your electronic cutting machine. Group everything together and have a size. I always cut a square or make a square on my project mat to the size that I want my finished project to be. Yeah. Group everything together and make sure it fits in that square, and then release everything and cut it individually, and everything should still match up when you resize.
Love that.
So yeah.
And you guys don't run off to the dollar store yet, because just as a reminder, we will be giving away something at the end of the video.
Please don't leave.
Don't take off running. It'll be there when we get done.
So yeah, I'm almost done. So I would just layer those, but I don't want to take up all the time. But I did go ahead and layer. I usually cut when I have words like these, I usually cut them out 5 times, with the 5th time being the top layer that I want. So I use 4 times in cardstock because I want it to stand up and I want it to be pronounced from the paper. And
Yeah, it
then my
gives it a
last
little bit of
time
depth.
being, yep, and my last time being my finished layer. And usually I get a good raise when I'm doing 5, unless you have some super, super thick, heavy duty cardstock, then you can, adjust the cut as
Yeah.
necessary.
The font that they use on this graphic is absolutely beautiful. These fonts are beautiful.
Very cute. I'm just gonna lay it here, and then you can see what it looks like, and then I'll go away and come back. Maybe you can push me back on, because like I said, I don't want to take up all of this time here.
Fun. I'm enjoying. So I'm not a big paper crafter, but I am absolutely blown away at what people do with paper and crafting. So to watch you do this makes me feel like maybe I can be a paper crafter.
Oh yes, you will definitely fall in love with this once you start. You will not be able, you're going to want all the things, Holly. You're going to want all the things. I kid you not. Paper is so, I mean, it's different, very, like, you have your thick, you have your thin pieces of paper you can make. I've seen people make stamp holders, just a bunch of stuff that I've seen people make just with paper, and it's amazing. I somehow have lost my other S in spring, but SPR. Make sure I get
You'll find
everything
it
out.
later when you don't need it anymore.
Yeah, I'll be on the floor. Do you fuss at your inanimate objects?
Yes, I yell at them all the time when they're
Okay, good. I thought it was just me. I'm like, now I'm not going to use you because you weren't there when I needed you to be
I
there.
know. So you guys in the comments, do you talk to your crafts as you're crafting? Because I know that I definitely do.
Especially when you put something down and literally not even 5 minutes. Where did the scissors go?
Exactly.
Like,
The scissors. Don't get me started on the scissors.
oh gosh. Or the bone folder. Where does my
Yes,
bone folder disappear to most times?
I know. They are agreeing with us in the comments. They
Are
all
they?
yes, and lots of yeses. And Miss Jamie says, I put mine in timeout, and yes, yes,
I love it.
they do need a timeout at times.
For sure. So I am having difficulty. I'm gonna put that there for now so you
Sure.
can see the end result. But I cannot find. I just drug it over to this. Oh, it's all on the floor.
The life of a true crafter.
Of course it is. There's the S. There's the other G. Now we just need
Miss
to find the I. But yeah, I talk to them a lot. And if I wasn't on a live, I definitely.
Yeah, Miss Patty says she needs them to talk back to us when they are lost.
Oh, that would be nice if you could put like a location on them.
Yes.
And they could just ding where they are. Like, where are you?
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
the last thing that I have on here is some trim, because you can't have a wreath without either paper trim or fabric trim. You just have to have it. So I'm going to cut. These are the pieces that I'm going to use. I think I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to cut them a little bit longer. Have you ever made one of those big paper bowls, like those super huge wreath bowls that everyone?
Oh, but I love them. They're beautiful.
I can never get mine right. No matter how many tutorials I watch, I can never get it to be how I need it to be, ever. All right. So I'm using most of these are from, can you guess?
Dollar Tree.
Yes, the only one that's not.
Right.
Even this one. This is
Oh
from
my
the Dollar
goodness.
Tree. This pink one is from the Dollar Tree. This is my favorite one. I use it in almost all of my crafts. This one's from the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
The only one is this ribbon, and it's from Joann's. So, but the pink ribbon, but definitely check it out.
Yes, I will be headed to the Dollar Tree as soon as we're done with this live.
You're like gonna go through and gallivant through and see what you can find.
I had no idea, especially like the glue eraser. I've never seen that before.
Have you seen the glue gone? The Goo Gone?
I have seen that. I have seen that.
Oh yeah, definitely get your glue erasers and your wood pieces, and I mean, yeah, that's usually my first place to go when I'm looking for like stock items. My
Yeah,
glue sticks, my yeah, all of my little things that I need. I kind of go there first.
perfect.
So I'm just gonna lather this with hot glue. Put this right in the center and then fix
Beautiful.
my bows how I want them to be. And you can put a paper bow here. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. Some of that mesh tool that everybody uses all the time,
Yeah,
that kind of makes the wreaths
yeah.
from, yeah.
So
So
I would like to see how people make your bows in the comments. You guys, would you like to have a video tutorial on how to make these beautiful bows? Because somebody commented that they are bow challenged, and I definitely am too. So drop your answers in the comments if you would like to see how to make these beautiful bows. Oh, that turned out so pretty.
oh, I love this. It's gosh, it's so cute. And then all of my Amazon people are going to be like, oh yeah, I see the wreath. And I'll try to cut these at an even angle, but they don't always turn out that way.
Right. Also bow challenged. Yes, Barbara, same.
Yeah, I'm bow challenged.
Cute.
Definitely a bow challenge person.
Well, you can't tell because that one is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you. You're just flattering me so. I'm going to put one butterfly up at the top. I think that'll look, do you think that'll look cute or maybe not?
Ooh, yes, I think so.
Think so? Okay, we'll put that because you said so. That's what we're going to do.
That was beautiful. So if you guys have any questions for Tmika, feel free to drop those into the chat and I can read those while she's finishing up her craft. It is so, so cute.
Thank you.
Miss Susan said that the pink really made it pop.
Thank you, Miss Susan. I was contemplating because I didn't feel like it fit in and I didn't want it to, I really was contemplating, should I put this pink in there? But yeah, it definitely needed that.
So what glue are you using right now? It's just your hot glue gun?
It is. Anytime anybody asks me that question, 80% of the time it would be my hot glue gun.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's my favorite. I cannot not. If anybody said, what are your favorite? If you only had a certain amount of things, it definitely would be a hot glue gun and a pair of scissors. Like if they're giving me a limited amount of supplies, without a doubt, the hot glue gun has to go in there.
So if you're on a deserted craft island and you could bring one item, it's going to be the hot glue gun.
It's going to have to be. Well, are you including food? Like, is that in? Because we definitely.
Food is included because snacks are always welcome in the craft room.
Yes. Then if I had to bring one crafty item, it'll be my glue gun. Because you can always take curtains off the walls and glue them together and make a craft, tablecloth.
Ooh.
You can take magazines and, if you had like extra stuff like lying around that you could use. Yeah. You don't have a way to put it together without adhesive. And who wants to wait on wet adhesive? Nobody. So yeah, or double-sided tape that takes too long. Definitely my hot glue gun.
Yes. Linda says, Tmika, do you create your own designs?
I do create my own files, especially when I am looking for something in particular. Like I just made a cart. I was looking for a flower cart, the way that I wanted it to have, like it with an awning. And like, I can't find a flower cart with an awning that's an SVG. So yeah, I just made it.
Oh yeah. Love that. So cute.
I'm going to have to skip the I for now. And I've ran out of space for my G. Well, you know what? Here's a crafty moment.
Yeah.
My heat tool.
Okay.
I could just unglue. This is so special about the hot glue.
That is so neat.
I can just gently warm it up.
And it pops right off. Wow.
And
that blows my mind. I have never seen that done before.
Yeah, and I just try to catch it while it's still hot. And then I'll grab my my little eraser if I need to.
Yeah.
And erase off the top. But yeah, I probably should. I was talking about hot glue and I didn't think about my placement here. But what I really should have done was start with the G and then go backwards.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, but I didn't. But that's okay. We'll fix all those spaces later.
That's what I love about lives, though, is that they're not always perfect, and so you can show us how to fix what might not be perfect in its live.
Yes, I am definitely an avid believer of fixing. I mess up often, but I like to include these things. I didn't do this on purpose, Holly. I wish I could say that I did that on purpose, but I did not.
Yeah.
But I like to include my mess ups when I mess up so that you guys don't do it.
Erica says, "What magic was that?" So that's that's her hot gun. So I'll let you explain exactly what you
you got
your heat gun.
Yep, I just took my hot. This is a very clean, very new,
I can see that.
just out of the box heat tool. This is how it came. But yeah, the heat tool will melt the glue that you just put down, and then you just take a little tool so that you don't burn yourself and flip it up.
Yes.
And then I have to spell the letters backwards because.
Yep. Thanks for including mess ups because it helps me to fix mine. Absolutely. I'm a huge advocate for things that are okay if they don't go perfect on the live, because then you can show how to fix it.
Yeah, and then you can clean all of this up. You run your heat tool over the top again, and then you can also take a wet wipe for the shiny parts, clean it off, and it looks good as new. So,
oh, perfect.
But yeah, that's basically how to look, Holly. If you have a second at the end or towards the end, you flip back. I can work on it while you are showing your fabulous craft, because I got to just heat those together, and then we're good to go.
Yes, PJ says being not perfect is how I roll. I think that every crafter knows that it is not going to be perfect 100% of the time.
I love that, PJ.
Yes, absolutely. Sure. Awesome. So Miss Tmika is going to work on that in the background as she is getting that fixed. And you guys, I'm going to show you how to make a really beautiful pillowcase that is super quick and easy. Mine's just going to take a few minutes. Miss Tmika is going to be working on hers in the background. So for my project, I am using the Cricut Pillow Sham. It's 18 by 18. And let me show you guys how beautiful it is and how big it is. So this is a big 18 by 18. These are great for the couch, the front porch, wherever you're going to be putting your throw pillows. And since they are Cricut brand, I know that it's going to be perfect for the sublimation that I'm going to be using. This is 100% polyester. So if you don't use the Cricut brand, the higher the polyester count, the better for these projects. But this one is 100% polyester, so it's going to really give you a nice, beautiful pop of color. The file that I'm using is this super cute. Look at this little floral car. I love this so much.
Oh, that is so pretty.
Isn't that cute? Oh, so God. I printed this with my Canon, with my Epson EcoTank. Everything that I'm using is also going to be in the description. So if you guys have any questions, please pop those in the comments. Let me know, and I'll be happy to help you. So I'm going to bring you guys down into my main camera so you can see. And what I've done is I went ahead and I taped this down. I like to use tape with the design, and don't forget to mirror your image. So I'm using sublimation paper, which we will have in the description. And then I just use a little bit of tape to tape this down so it doesn't run away. I'm going to be using my EasyPress, which we will be giving you guys a chance to win at the end of the live. And I'm going to heat this up for 385 degrees, and I'm going to press for 60 seconds. So if you ever get confused or forget how long to press something, you can go to cricut.com/heat guide. Even if you're not using a Cricut, it's great for everybody to have as a resource. So that's cricut.com/heat guide. I'm using, let me see, this is the Sublimation heat tape. So you don't want to use regular tape because it will melt up underneath this heat. But all I would do from here is just use the heat press and press. You don't have to press firmly, but the biggest tip that I have is to use a pressing pillow. This one is also Cricut brand, but if you don't have a pressing pillow, one tip that I love is that you can use a towel. You just want to press onto something instead of the bare table, because you're going to want something to hold that heat to press it up from the back as well. So I would be using this to press for 30 seconds, just a medium amount of pressure. You don't have to stand on top of your EasyPress. And then once you have pressed for 30 seconds, we're going to peel this back. And look how beautiful that is. It just pops right on there.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Gorgeous.
So gorgeous. So one tip that I like to use with this is that I can stuff other pillows that I have into this sham. It comes with the little zipper part, or you can fill with cotton that you can grab from any craft store, Walmart, Amazon, anything like that. So that is the super easy pillow sham with this. So if you guys hear my dog barking, he heard the UPS man is probably bringing my Amazon packages that I have ordered, and he always is I don't know, he just lets me know when they're here. So that is beautiful, and you can see again how big these are. These are the pillow shams. So you just want a pillow sham that is high in polyester count, and it is beautiful, ready to be stuffed and stuck out on the front door. So if you guys have any questions for me, I'm going to go back to my main camera here. If you guys have any questions for me, I'm happy to help. One big question that I have with sublimation is that I get an Epson Eco Tank, and you do need a special printer for sublimation prints, but it's so easy. You're going to buy just the Eco Tank and then fill it with sublimation ink instead of filling it with the printer ink. You do need for it to be new cartridges so that it doesn't mix with the printer ink. And then that's my sublimation printer. If you guys would like to hear more about sublimation and the process of it, be sure to drop a comment and let us know, because we're always wanting to look for what you guys love to do for our next live projects. You have an Eco Tank too and you love it. It really is the best. I love it. A favorite brand of ink of mine is the Cosmos ink, and we can put that in the descriptions. But that is sublimation. Sublimation is so easy, and it's one project that has seemed intimidating for others in the past, but it is amazing. And sublimation is different than vinyl because it is pressed directly into the project. So you can see that it is part of it. It's flat and it presses directly into the fabric, so you can wash it. It's not going to run. It's not going to peel off like a vinyl does. And I'm going to show you guys this project one more time. Oh, it's so pretty. How pretty
That
is
is so pretty.
I love it. Love it. I would love this. Oh, I missed that comment, but you would love to hear more about sublimation. You have the supplies. My biggest tip with sublimation is just to get in it, just jump in it, and you're going to be making some beautiful projects that last forever. So, Miss Tmika, did you get your project finished?
We can say rest in peace to the stack of eye, but I will put the top here because
yes, it's so beautiful. That mirror gold is absolutely gorgeous.
I absolutely love it. It's so pretty.
Yes, it is so pretty. So
and then you can go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. One question that I see in the comments is, can you use an iron for sublimation? So it doesn't work as well because you want that to get heated up so high and have an even plate. That's what's so great about these heat presses. I have to be careful not to touch, but these heat presses have an even plate and it's the same temperature top to bottom, side to side. With an iron, they have hot spots that'll be hotter in the center than they are on the edges. And so you would definitely want to use some kind of heat press. You can see, I don't know if you guys can see right about here, I have a Cricut Auto Press, which is just a regular clamp heat press. So any heat press, any easy press will work for those. Oh, Miss Tmika, so are you adding embellishments now?
I'm just gonna add a little bling because what is a project without bling?
Love it.
And these are just gold flat back pearls. And I'm gonna run my, if you have like 2 seconds, I want to run my heat tool over to get rid of my glue strings.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This is just a tip when you have all of those stragglers. Run it over the top, it cleans it up and it melts it in place and you can't see it.
Oh, I never knew that because I always have strings for my hot glue gun.
Yep. Another tip for your hot glue gun is wipe it off when you get it all heated up. Wipe it off, and then I have a chapstick, Vaseline that I just use for my heat tool, and I stick it in there, and that helps to reduce the amount of strings that you got all everywhere.
I've never heard that. That's such a good tip.
Yep, and then it just stays on the project. But if you still get those little stragglers, which I do have, I just grab them with my heat tool, and that's it. There was literally no strings on that at all.
Right. That's beautiful. Erica says she's learning so much today. So you guys, let us know in the comments, what is your favorite tip that you have learned from Miss Tmika today? Because she has hit us with so many good tips. Drop your favorites in the comments because if someone is watching the replay, they may have missed one of those awesome tips.
Oh, you made me blush.
That really is a beautiful project.
Well, thank you. You know, Holly, I just got started with sublimation, and oh my gosh, I feel like it's going to be another problem hobby for me.
Oh yeah, it is definitely. It has made some major changes in my craft game.
And I just ripped my ass. But yeah, I got the I have the same thing that you have, the Eco Tank, and I do use the Cosmos ink as well, and the Ace paper. But yeah, I really wish I could find a way to do like white, like sublimate white ink. Yeah, I think that's the only thing my minds don't, I can't really get right. But I'm new to it, so I have a lot of learning to do still.
Yes, the Vaseline tip was such an amazing tip. That was one of my favorites. Also, when she uses her heat gun to lift off those pre-made designs, it just blew my mind.
Oh, that will be definitely your best friend if you have a love for your hot glue gun. Because if you're not there to catch it, you miss it. And just like now, I couldn't get a hold of my little bell thing, so I just used it to heat up my little glue dot and carry on.
Yeah. That is so beautiful. If you guys have any questions for Tmika or myself, be sure to drop those in the comments because we will start wrapping up for giveaway time. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us through the lives. You are always such a joy, and the comments always make these lives so much more fun.
For sure. For sure.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm done. It looks so, where are you? There we go. It looks so cute. And you can even make these butterflies smaller and fill in the gaps and make a longer trail if you want. But I'm just going to leave it like this. And then I'm going to hang, I have, that was an extra. I'm just going to hang a piece of ribbon on the back and hang it on my pre-existing, the door hanger. So, and I just put my wreath right on top. So
that is perfect.
Yeah,
that is so perfect. So, wow, just blows my mind. It's absolutely beautiful.
It's so I love it. Even with the mess up.
Even with the mess up, I see no mess up now. It's just beautiful. One question is, what size did you make your sublimation design for the pillow? So I printed it at 100% to fill the paper. And so I just downloaded the file and then I went to print and then I selected to fill paper because it is an 18 by 18 blank. I knew that I had enough room to fill that entire project. And so it's just the full, I use the 8 by 11, isn't it? 11 by 8 size legal head paper. And I think that we are officially ready for spring now, right?
Well, we're ready, but
We're
is
ready.
Minnesota ready?
Yes, thank you guys so much for joining us. This has been so much fun.
Yes, it has.
Yeah. And so she has added the backing on her project so that she can hang her wreath now.
Yep. And I'm just going to secure it with just a little tab of paper, leftover cardstock.
Oh,
With
smart.
a lot of heavy glue, and put it right there on the back.
That's perfect.
And then it'll help to stay on the wreath without pulling away from the cardstock.
Yeah.
There we go.
Perfect. Beautiful. So here are our spring projects. Yay.
Yay! So
Perfect.
cute.
So cute. Oh, I love
Holly,
it.
I'll give you my address so you can send me that pillow.
Oh, you got it, sis. I'll send it right over. So thank you guys so much for joining us. It has always been a blast. And if you guys are ready, let's go into the giveaway. It is giveaway time. So how do you enter? You are going to hashtag CF and we are ready. So go, go, go. Go ahead and drop those in the comments. Hashtag CF. And then we are going to be giving away a Cricut EasyPress 2. Tmika, it has been so much fun hanging out with you. Where can we find you?
You can find me at Scrapdaworld. That's SCRAPDAWORLD. So Scrap the World on all platforms: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook.
And I saw a comment earlier. Do you have a website or do you just go through social media?
I do have a website. It's being what's the word? I want to say refurbished because I do wood. It's being we're doing a new theme with it. We're going in a different direction, adding a shop and that kind of stuff. So yeah, but it is also scrapdaworld.com.
Perfect. My dog is ready for the giveaway, I guess.
He's ready. He wins.
He wins. And if you guys want to see more of me, I do have a fan base at Creative Fabrica. That's fans.creativefabrica.com. And you can join me there where I have over 1,500 hand-lettered files. So if you guys are ready, I think it's almost time. We have just about, when we hit 200 entries, we will go ahead and draw for that giveaway. So we're at 197, 198, 205. It is time for us to draw. So our winner is, drum roll. I see so many good people. Let's see. Peggy, Miss Peggy, you are the winner of a Cricut EasyPress. Just please email hi@creativefabrica.com to let them know that you won. Thank you guys so much for participating and for hanging out for me and Miss Tmika. We have had a blast.
Yes, congratulations, Peggy. And thank you, Holly, for having me. Creative Fabrica as well. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you, Creative Fabrica, for always giving us amazing files to work with. And we will see you guys next time.